Hey guys, so we just added a couple automations you can easily configure within Flyra to make running your business a lot easier. So inside settings and automations, you're now going to see this new on job completion section. And it has these two options. So first one, which I think is going to help a lot of you guys a bunch, is the auto send invoice. So what this is going to do is when you schedule a job and we mark it as completed, it's going to automatically create and send an invoice from the jobs line items. What this is going to do is it's just going to automate the payment collection part, which I know is a big deal for a lot of you guys. And I mean, it's hard because you're collecting cash payments, check payments, card payments, you're trying to track where everything is coming from. So this just makes it a lot easier so that you don't have to worry about that after every job. So it sends the invoice automatically, and then you can also pair that with Flyra's invoice follow-ups. So if you have these configured as well, then you literally don't have to worry about it since the invoice will be sent automatically, and then the unpaid invoice follow-ups are also sent automatically following up to the customer if they haven't paid yet. So with that, you're able to forget about both sending the initial invoice and then also about the follow-ups. Then we have the auto send review request. That's also going to make it a lot easier. I mean, imagine not having to go like, oh, does this customer need a follow-up? Or sorry, does this customer need a review request? Does this customer need a review request? No, it's automatic within Flyra. We also made it so you can configure how long after each one of these is sent. So you're not sending two messages at the same time. You don't want to overload your customer either. So the way this works is, as you can see, auto send invoice toggled on. And then you can either send it immediately, 30 minutes after, you have all these options. I think the invoice one will probably be sent immediately most of the time. It just makes the most sense since you want to collect the payment as soon as the job is done. But then for the review request, I think it's always good to time it a little later. I think 24 hours after is a good in between, where it's not too late, but then at the same time, it's not right after the job. So let me just show you guys how this is going to fire really quick. Just go to this job and quickly mark it as completed. Cool. So job completed. As you can see, the invoice was created. You can view it right here. And then let's go to our inbox. Refresh. Actually, there's the invoice. So here would be the invoice. Here's your invoice from Flyra when opening. Sends an invoice just like this, shows the card details, the customer's details, shows them a Google Pay or Apple Pay option depending on the browser. I'm on Chrome, so it'll show Google Play. If your customer Google Pay, if your customer is on Safari, it will show them Apple Pay. And then something very cool that we also added was this little check mark. So save card for future invoices. It's toggled on, super mini. So that's another benefit of using Flyra's invoice system is that you can also save their card for future invoices. I know it's also a big deal when you're collecting payments. You don't want to be chasing customers for them. So just a couple small but very meaningful things that I think are going to help you guys a lot, especially when collecting payments.